All right, how's it going, boys? It's your boy, Andrew RFC, back here for a FIFA 20 ratings prediction video. And I'm very excited about this one because we are going to be starting off with the Champions League winners, Liverpool, of course, for this one. Now, I know I've been gone for the past couple days. I was actually in New York City enjoying a little bit of time off on a vacation, but now we are back. We are going to be doing some update videos basically for the whole week. That's right, expect rating predictions today, tomorrow, and hopefully for the rest of the week as well. We are going to be doing Liverpool today, and I'll already give you a snippet. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing the FIFA 20 ratings of Manchester City. But without further ado, as you can see on the screen, do not really pay too much attention to the stats of the players, more so just the overall, which you're going to see in a couple videos from now. I'm kind of changing it up and just looking focused on the overall of the players. So let's get this thing started with Liverpool's goalkeepers going into this season in FIFA 20. Of course, we have Alisson Becker, who was the starting goalie for Brazil at the Copa America and Liverpool's #1 throughout the whole season. It's pretty easy for me. I gave him a +2 rating from his 87 rated card up to 89. Now, here's the hard thing. I would argue that Alisson could be 90 this year, and also probably the highest rated goalie in the Prem, but I don't see them really updating anybody in the Prem higher than David De Gea. The reason being, David De Gea has been one of the top goalies for the last few years. And even though last year was not the greatest for him, I don't see EA still giving Alisson the bump ahead of De Gea. Of course, we're going to be doing a United one down the way, so make sure you are sticking around for that. But nonetheless, I got Alisson still moving up 2 overalls up to 89, just missing that 90 overall mark. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he does get 90, which, hey, I think it is pretty deserved. Also, we got the backup keeper, the new backup keeper, Adrian from West Ham, and I'm keeping him at the same rating of 78. I think it's a decent rating for a backup keeper. Nothing too crazy, and he's keeping it from last season as well. All right, up next, we got the much improved defense of Liverpool, a big reason for their success in the Champions League and the Premier League last year. Starting us off first is the starting left back, none other than Andrew Robertson. I got him moving up a +1 from an 83 to an 84 on his base card. I think it is pretty fair. He will probably be the top rated left back in the league, if not one of the top rated left backs. And realistically, I can't really think of anybody else who should be higher than him at the position. I'm sure there is going to be some competition and some debate about that, but again, I got Robertson at 84. Beside Robertson, we got Joe Gomez. Now, Joe Gomez actually gets playing time basically when he can and when he is healthy. Now, here's the thing. In FIFA 19, he had a right back card at 76 rated. So I've turned him into a center back, which is where he has been playing, and upgraded him to a 78. He is a decent little defender. I think he deserves the +2 upgrade more than anything, and also the position change I think is going to help out with that. Up next, we got everybody's favorite defender, Dejan Lovren. Remember this guy? Like last year, he was saying that he was one of the best with Sergio Ramos. Well, yeah, it didn't really work out for him. We're actually going to be dropping him from 2 ratings, from 81 to 79. Might be a little bit harsh. I've seen some people online saying maybe just a -1 rating, but I'm going to go with a -2 in my opinion. Again, feel like he should be dropping down to that 79 range. Up next, we got Joel Matip, and I've raised him up from an 81 to an 82, which again, I think is fair. When he has played beside Virgil van Dijk, it's been pretty easy to see that he is good, and I think a lot of this attributes to how good Van Dijk is. He makes the guys around him a lot better, just like Gomez and Matip, but they do deserve the upgrade in rating because of it. And yes, the main man, I think he is going to be the highest rated center back in FIFA. Well, there's no question to me that he should be. It's Virgil van Dijk. I got him at a 90 rated. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, last year Sergio Ramos was a 91. I see Ramos getting a downgrade, which when we get to Real Madrid, we will talk about that. But I think Van Dijk should be, if not the highest rated, one of the highest rated. And again, I think he was the absolute best, and I feel like 90 should be that cap for the best center back, which should belong to VVD. Moving over from VVD to TAA, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the young right back. What a year he had. Last year had a 78 rated card, and I got him bumping up from 4 ratings up to 82 and being one of the top right backs in the Premier League as well. This one is easy for me. Plays well for England, plays well for Liverpool, and basically all competitions. Very good and crafty with the ball in terms of getting passes off and his crosses. Everyone is, of course, going to remember that corner kick, but I got him moving up again 4 ratings and potentially being the highest rated right back in all of the Prem in FIFA 20. All right, up next we got the midfield for Liverpool. Now, there was some guys out with injury or some guys who didn't really get a lot of play time, which might affect their overalls. But up first, we got, to me, probably the diamond in the rough for Liverpool last year was Gini Wijnaldum. Now, Wijnaldum has always been a very skilled player and a very good player, but Jurgen Klopp definitely got the best of him last year, getting him to really hit that stride and that potential. For that, I'm giving him a +1 rating from an 82 to an 83. Of course, earned a Team of the Season also last year in FIFA 19. Up next, we got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and it's an absolute shame. I really love Ox. I think he's such a talented player, especially since moving over from the wing to the center of the park. But last year did not really get any playing time because of the horrible injury that he did suffer the previous year. Because of this, unfortunately, I am dropping Ox from an 80 to a 78. I would even say 79 is probably fair. Again, most of this is just because he didn't really play. We didn't really get to see much from him. But of course, there is going to be room in January for a refresh update where maybe he bounces back to that 80, or also informs coming as well. Up next, we got the rock of the Liverpool midfield. And well, one of them, I would say. That is none other than Fabinho. I got him raising up from a +1, an 85 up to an 86. I mean, not much really has to be said. He was phenomenal for Liverpool as the season did progress. Adam Lallana is another interesting guy who had some injuries and hasn't really hit his stride in Liverpool. Because of this, I'm dropping him 2 ratings from last year, which, you know what? It's fine. I don't think it's that big a deal. He's also kind of down the pecking order, I think, with fans and everyone else. So I feel like this is fair, dropping from that 81 down to a 79. Up next, we got somebody who many people call the most basic and average footballer. Well, last year, he showed he was a lot more than that, and that is Jordan Henderson. I'm boosting him up to an 83 rating. Again, just think it's fair. A lot of this is my opinion. I feel like he is better than an 82, but again, the in-game stats is always going to be what matters the most when the actual game does come out. This leads me to James Milner, boring old James Milner, a +1 rating from an 81 up to an 82. He was a big part of Liverpool's success last season. And the last Liverpool midfielder to talk about is none other than Naby Keita. Keita got staying at a 83. Reason being for the 83 is I feel like he is good. He doesn't do anything too crazy to kind of boost his rating, but I don't really think he did anything to decrease his rating. I wouldn't be surprised if EA gives him an 82, but I do think he should stay at the 83. But again, let me know down in the comment section. And the most lethal part of Liverpool, and that is the attacking front. Starting us off with the forwards, we got none other than Sadio Mane, and to me, he was arguably probably Liverpool's best attacker last year, even ahead of Mo Salah. Of course, doesn't really matter when you got both of them in the team, but with that being said, I got Mane getting the biggest boost of the forwards with a +2 overall height, going from an 86 to an 88. Again, I just feel like he deserves to be one of the top-rated left wingers in the league, especially with Eden Hazard gone. Speaking of a +2, we also got Divock Origi. What a season he had coming off the bench, saving Liverpool a few times, but you know what? He knew his role, and he played it to perfection. With this, I'm giving him a +2 overall as well. Up next, we got the main man in the middle, that is Bobby Firmino, and with him as well, a +1 overall rating. Again, I feel like it is fair when you look at other strikers. I think a lot of strikers in the Prem are actually going to be getting upgrades by about 1 or 2, and because they are, I feel like Bobby's is coming also. What a year and what a career for Shaqiri. This is a guy who has bounced around from basically everywhere, the likes of Bayern Munich, Inter, to Stoke City, and now at Liverpool and playing as a bench role. And you know what? Probably enjoying himself as well. Going to be giving him the same overall that he did have in FIFA 19. Again, just like Keita, not a player who really showed that he deserves to lose any rating or gain any, so I feel like he is safe at the same 81. And last but not least, we got the Egyptian king, Mo Salah. Mo Salah, for me, is going to be getting a +1 rating. I think it is deserved for him as well. He had a quietly good season. People always want to undermine Salah. Maybe it's because he plays for Liverpool, but again, he was in the team of the season for FIFA 19, won the Champions League, basically did it all for the club last year. So again, I feel like a +1 is fair, and he will possibly be the top-rated right winger in the league. There is going to be some competition though, but you're going to find out tomorrow's video, the Manchester City one. If you are new, make sure you are subscribing, leaving a like, and also leave your comments on what you think of my ratings and who you would give what ratings as well for Liverpool. It's your boy, Andrew RFC. As always, thank you so much for watching. Peace, much love, take care.